Hello. Okay. That took, uh, way longer than I thought. My bad. Um, but yes, welcome to, um, shit, how do I need a good way to set up my freaking iPhone to capture me. Maybe I should scoot back a little bit. Blah. Zam, but where is everybody? Posable arms peak. Mr. Beast? Let me see. Close enough? But yes, we are gathered here today for a very special occasion. Welcome to the Church of Color. And today is special because we will be judging all of your sins. I titled this Judging VTuber Sins. Technically, not all VTubers, but we will be doing it regardless, and I will be titling the stream Judging VTuber Sins for clickbait purposes. So, yes. And my model is janky as hell, but we're gonna ignore that. It looks like we have 13 responses. Some of them are quite a bit shorter than the others. But I'm hoping 13 is a good amount to at least have a decent amount of things to talk about. So yeah, okay. The reason why I'm starting, before we start, the reason why I'm starting late as hell today. Also, I don't know what you meant about 10 a.m. I never told anyone that I was starting at 10 a.m. If you were told that, then you were lied to. Nobody has time for all that, especially not me. But I was gonna start right at 2:30, but the reason it took a little longer is because I thought I was gonna have to go out and do something beforehand, but turns out I actually don't have to, so I was mistaken, and so I ended up starting later. Okay, nobody gaffs, nobody cares. Let's just get to the first one. Oh, but before that, I actually have a thing that I'm gonna do. 1 second. Dun 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 dun. Hex. I will be assigning a sin value to each individual confession, and we will be deciding together what amount of sins each confession is worth. For the sin points, it's like a whole thing. If you gather enough sin points, you go to hell, I assume. So, yeah. And then, of course, we'll see the total amount by the end of the stream. But yeah, I already have the first one screenshotted. I have not read all of these. Just fair warning. If there's something horrific in here, please don't blame me. Because I have not checked them. Okay. First one. I made the screenshot way too big. Okay. From no name here. Oh. Okay. Starting off really strong here. Let's see. I love all of my friends, but they are also really cute, and I want to tie up and F-word every single one of them. Help. Every single one of them. Okay, well, first of all, you saying the F-word in church. It's not very polite, okay? And second of all, that is the sin of lust, which is one of the 7 deadly ones. So, I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut here what the issue is. And also, that's not before marriage. So, geez, that's like already at least 10 sin points. Why am I twitching so much? Please stop it. How do I make it cease? If I do that, is that better? Not really, but whatever. But yes, and I see you weren't courageous enough to put your name on such a confession. But is cowardice a sin? Oh well, I guess it's probably for the better. Otherwise all your friends would know, right? But like maybe they would want to know. Like, aren't you also being dishonest to your friends? But yeah, starting out with a very strong one. I think this is at least worth 55 sin points. Or no, 52. I'll give you a little bit of grace there. Okay. And I mean, at least I mentioned cowardice before, but there's also some form of bravery that comes with doing that. At least you confessed, right? That's what this is all about, because we're doing a virtual sin cleansing, virtual sin beam, and then you'll be cleansed. Okay, so that is about 52 of those. And as for your fate, I don't know. I'm not here to be the one to judge if you're gonna go to hell or not. There's only one guy who can determine that, okay? So, I think we can move on to the next one. And I'm gonna drink Wawa. Remove image. And yes, I'm just screenshotting these. I don't have any, like, fancy way to do this or display it. But alright, let's screenshot the next one. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, this one I have unfortunately read before. It's from a very unsavory, familiar, known, repeated felon, repeated sinner, repeated offender of various things. Cat. Okay. Listen. At least you identified yourself, so that's something. But it says, I have curb-stomped color on multiple occasions. Okay, so first of all, this is... I'm pretty sure physical violence is a sin. Why are my fingers like that? I'm pretty sure physical violence is a sin. And also, that's not true. You have not curb stomped me. You've, like, spit on me, and you've, like, threatened to bite me a couple of times, which are all sins, and Loki, I should punish you for that. I should include that on the sin counter. But technically, I'm only supposed to be rating the points for the confessions that are sent in today, not for your past actions. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just ignore your past actions for today. But yes, I mean, at least you admitted it. You didn't try to, like, justify your actions, so that's something. You were very honest about the fact that, I mean, not that you have curb stomped me, but that you desire to, ? Which is also not okay. It's not very nice. So I think the amount of sim points for that, okay, no. Wait. I forgot that I don't know how to do math. Hold on. Calculator. Why is it not working? No, OMG. 52 plus... Okay. The worst setup known to man. Okay, hold on. Wow, that was so hard. Okay. That was 100 sin points for you. And yeah, get out of here. Remove image. Delete screenshot. Ah. I don't know why my head is doing these things that it's doing, but oh well. Technology. Okay. :3. Don't :3 me. You just got 100 sim points, and you need to think about that. Think about it. Okay, next one. This one is also from an anonymous source, and it just says, Dad, I'm gay. Okay, this is interesting because, well, first of all, I'm not your father. Well, I'm not your dad. I guess maybe perhaps this person was trying to say, you know, like father, like in the priest sense, like, you know, but, I mean, technically, I'm not really, like, I mean, I'm acting like a priest, but I'm not really dressed like one. But I guess that is technically accurate, but the dad is not accurate, okay? It's not, it's father, okay? You need to learn the correct terminology. And so I'm gonna add that many more just for that. And for the second part, I'm gay. Okay. I mean, you can't help it, so I mean, it's not your fault. Why am I like stunned? Okay. First of all, okay, second of all, why are you telling me? What am I supposed to do about that? Okay, I know there's debate on whether this counts as a sin or not. In the Church of Color, that remains to be determined. So, I'm gonna give you the mystery Schrodinger's sin points for that one. Okay. And so, the sin counter will not physically change, but it's like a who knows type of situation. And also, I noticed that this is also anonymous, so I do consider that cowardice. So we're gonna add that many more. But overall, hey, you're doing pretty good. This is the least amount of points that anyone has gotten so far, so I mean, not bad. Okay. And also, like, I might need more details, like who you gay for. Like, that might drastically change your fate. Like, if you have good taste or not. If you are gay for someone who's very, very ugly, then that might be at least 52 more sin points. But if it's like someone who's kind of like okay, then it might not matter as much. So we kind of operate on that sort of system. Specificity will help you during your sin point count up. Okay? Okay. So I think we're already on. Which one was that actually? Let me see. This was the third one. So let's get the fourth. Oh my gosh, all of these first ones are so short. Okay. Drinking water. Winking water. Drinking water. By the way, please tell me if the music is too loud. I turned it down a bit already, but like, yeah. Okay. So this one is from Baby Duck. Okay, Mr. or Mrs. Baby Duck. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Mrs. if you're a baby. And it says, I'm a baby duck. Where is mama? Okay, so this is actually not a sin. If you're lost, I mean, I guess you can consider obliviousness a sin maybe, but you are a baby. And I must say, you are a very smart baby for learning how to submit a Google form and type a full sentence as a baby duck. Because I know that those things don't have very articulated fingers or anything like that. So just the fact that you learn how to type and learn how to use a computer is pretty impressive. And I think I actually, this is worth taking off some sin points. Yes, that is how it works. People can, you can go into the negatives for sin points for doing good things. So, you actually just helped the salvation of all the rest of the people here by taking off 9 sin points. So, be proud of yourself for that. As for where is your mama, well, I don't really actually know. Because as you can see, this is a church and not any sort of pond or anything like that. So, well, you know, the adults usually typically say that if you're lost, just stay right where you are. So, I would say that that's pretty good advice. Just stay right where you are. You seem to have found access to a computer, so maybe just stay at the computer. Or just, like, you could email 911 or something. I don't know if you have a phone. But, I mean, you could probably email 911, right? I know you can, like, text them or something. So just look up on Google, or you could, if you are determined to take matters into your own hands, you can Google where do all the ducks in my area hang out? And Google will ask for your location. And so you could just determine it from that. And you could try to go to the nearest lake or body of water. It also may depend on your specific species of duck, so try to like look up what kind of duck are you. Even though most baby ducks kind of look similar, so might be tricky. But anyways, good luck, baby duck. And we are going to move on to the next one. Remove image. You know, I actually don't have to remove the OBS image insertion every time, but whatever. Drink water. Okay. Dun 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 dun. They better not copyright me for this music. Not that it really matters anyway, because I'm not monetized, but still. Okay, next one from Kitty. Let's see. One time, I was giving a presentation in class and was screen sharing on my iPad, but for some reason I didn't think to like close my browser tabs before doing so. And when I opened my browser, it just popped up my last open tab. It was Satoru Gojo X Reader Not Safe for Work on AO3, and I just tried to pretend like it didn't happen, and no one saw, but I know they did. Oh, that's pretty brutal, Kitty. Thank you for sharing that. I was gonna say with the class, but you probably didn't want to share it with your class. So, let's discuss. Is reading fanfictions a sin? I would say not inherently, you know, like there could be some very biblical, very holy fanfictions. So I'm not going to generalize, and I'm not going to count using AO3 on its own a sin, but the fact that okay, so there's several things that could count as one, though, which is the first one is your negligence. So your negligence in not closing out all your tabs before presenting it to an entire group of people is definitely something that could be said. So I'm actually going to add back those 9 points that the baby duck got off before. Sorry, baby duck, your efforts were in vain, ultimately, because this world is just too full of sinners. And, okay, the next thing is doing X-Reader. The fact specifically that it was an X-Reader. Because that is, in fact, idolatry. And you are, like, pretending that these fictional characters are real things. You should, put all of your attention into something that is more real, like me. Like Color the Damned, the most real of real things. So yes, for your idolatry, you will... Wait, that's not the right thing. You have gained up to... How many? How many is worth it? We're up to 170 sim points now. Okay, and the next thing that is a sin is that it was not safe for work. Again, before marriage, not safe for work before marriage, and the fact that it was for someone who is not actually real. Hold on, wait, do I need to move myself a little bit? Let me move myself a little. Okay, but besides that point, not safe for work, fan fiction, that's got to be worth at least, not as much, so 177. Hold on, I need water. Okay, and the last thing that is sinful about this is that unfortunately you are a JJK fan. So, I'm sorry to say, but the sin point counter is gonna have to go up at least this much. Yeah, I apologize, but I hope you can reflect and that Satoru Gojo will no longer control your life like this, and that you can watch other things like freaking what's a non-sinful anime to watch? Let me think. Freaking okay, maybe just stay away from the animes. Stay away from the animes, stay away from the VTubers. Maybe manga's okay because it's like reading, and reading is good for like the literature, literacy crisis or whatever. But yeah. Many sin points for this one, I'm sorry to say. But even you are not beyond redemption, kitty. We can all be free from JJK. I promise. Ultimate Sin Forgiveness Beam. Okay. Next one. Yan 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 yan. Tum 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 tum. Okay, next one. This next one is from a very interestingly named individual. Wait, hold on, let me like... Okay, never mind. I was just messing with my tracking app. But never mind that. Okay, a very interestingly named individual named Color the Dad. I somehow doubt that that is your real name. I'm not sure why, but I just get the feeling that that is not, in fact, your actual name. And I don't know why my fingers keep turning in circles. I'm trying to make that not happen. It's probably all of the evil, twisted energy in this building right now that's doing weird things to my biology and making my body do things that it's not supposed to do, but that's okay. And the confession just says, "Hello, son." So, interesting. This is not really a sin. This is not really a confession. But it is someone who is lying about several things, because I'm pretty sure you are not my father. I just get the hint that you're not. I get the hunch that you're not. So, okay. First of all, it's 2 counts of lying. So lying about your name being Color the Dad. 333. And lying about being my father. 394. That is actually a grave offense, in case you didn't know. It is a grave offense to pretend to be somebody's father. The only father around here is me, and not in the biological sense, because I do not have children. But yes, I think you've learned your lesson with this hefty amount of sin points that has been awarded to you, or what's the opposite of awarded? Like, put on to you against your will, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, get rid of that. Oh, let me turn my humidifier on. I forgot about that. It's not really turning on. Maybe it needs more water in it. Hold on. I have water. There we go. I knew it. It just needed more. Oh my god! What the hell? Wait, you can show my legs? Wait, let me test this out. Wait, there's like a big bean bag. I just want to see, could it like show more of my body? Like my foot. I don't think it can. Okay, like, it can't actually. I have no idea how that just happened. Okay, I'm moving my chair back to its proper position. Okay, I apologize. You were not supposed to see that. We could just forget about that. Okay. Next confession. And that was the 6th one, actually. We're moving through these kind of fast, actually. Faster than I thought. But there is 14. So, you know. Hey, wasn't there 13 a second ago? Interesting. But we're going to move on to the 7th one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is also by an anonymous user. And it says, because I'm easy come, easy go, a little high, little low, any way the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. All my life had just begun. Okay, now this is actually, it's really easy to get this confused with a sin, so I understand. But what you're actually seeing here is the lyrics to the hit song by, wait, who's it by? Queen, I think? Oh, you didn't miss much, Gabriel, don't worry. We're on the 7th confession out of 14, so there's that. But this is Queen, right? It's Bohemian Rhapsody. So Bohemian Rhapsody is actually not a sin. Although I understand how you could get confused because these are very sinful lyrics. But I suppose you might be confessing on behalf of the singer's mother, but the singer's mother is not your mother. So there's actually not really any sin points to be added to here, because it's actually against the rules of the Church of Color to confess on somebody else's behalf. You need to confess your own sins, okay? Now, were you trying to trick me by hoping that I wouldn't recognize such an iconic song? Because even the church knows about Queen. So that was really foolish of you. And I'm going to add just that many points for attempting to bamboozle me. It's not nice. Okay. Next up, I shouldn't like put my knee in front of my face. It's making my tracking harder. Okay. I feel like this is jankier than when I had previously tested it, but oh well. The tracking, I mean. But anyway, let's move on to the 8th one. Do you guys want me to link the form? I'll link the form just in case anyone wants to come in with a late confession, I guess. You're sitting like a shrimp. I mean, kinda. But it's not a sin to do that. Pin message. There, I've just pinned the confession forum in case anybody who comes in wants to send in their own. Because why not? But yeah. Let me bring up the 8th confession. Shrimp. I'm not shrimping anymore. A shrimp fried this rice? No, a color fried this rice. Okay. So, this one is by... Actually, I need some water first. I poured like half of my water into the humidifier, so... but yeah. An okay guy 0. I want to squish Color's face in my hands, because I think he's really cute. Well, this is just like a compliment. Thank you, an okay guy 0. I think that's Andy Sanchez. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. I forgot who that is. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is just a kind thing to say. And for that, I took off 6 sin points. So thank you, an okay guy 0, for that. But just make sure your squishes are not too violent, because that would count as physical violence, which is a sin. So yeah. And let me see. Is there anything else I can psychoanalyze here? You are supposed to respect me. That, despite that being a compliment, you are supposed to respect me as the head of the church. So, for that, I'll add back 1. Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, next up. Let's go to the 9th one. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, stop. My mouse has a mind of its own. Okay. This one is from... What's her name? Mikazuki. I stole a box of chalk from my kindergarten because I was obsessed with Chalk Zone and chalks. Okay. You may have been a child, Mikazuki, but unfortunately stealing is in fact a sin. So, that alone, will grant you sin points. I'm not sure how many. How many do you guys think that's worth? Personally, I think that's worth... that many sin points. 399. I'll move that over a little. For the crime of stealing chalk. And the next sin here is the fact that you like chalk, because chalk is one of the worst materials that I've ever had the displeasure of using. All those years during art school when I had to use chalk for projects, I so deeply resent it. For the sin of using chalk, 410. 410 sin points for that sin. But I must say, just apologize to the universe, and you will be given for the sin of stealing, because, a certain someone you might know has also stolen some things. Color hates fun. Not true. Chalk is just evil, and it makes my ears hurt. So yeah. But yes, even a certain perfect holy figure that you might be familiar with has stolen before as a child. And you know what my neighbors told me? Or I mean, my neighbors told this individual. They said, go to the tree in your backyard and confess your sin and apologize to the tree, and it'll be like, it's like a get out of jail free card. So you could just do that. Just go to your backyard or the nearest tree and just like confess there. Or I mean, I guess you've already confessed it here, so it's like we are the tree. So like, that's actually really cool. We are your tree. What the hell? This isn't my church organ. How dare you? Get out of here. Oh my god, what? You added your confession? Okay, wonderful, Gabriel. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. Oh my gosh, no, my phone stand just broke. Okay, hold on. Let me fix that. Radical church? No, no, no. That is not what we are doing here. We need the serenity of the church organ. When our church organ hymns, pipe organ, Christian hymns, church worship and praises, posted by 325 Eduardo Albertoni on YouTube. Okay. Church music budget ran out, so we had to switch to Harbor Freight commercial music. No, 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 no. We are not a advertising conglomerate here, okay? We're a professional establishment. Okay. Now on to the 10th confession. Oh my god. Can I show this one? Hold on a minute. John Brow Sniffer? Like eyebrows? Oh my god. Why did it get... What happened to it? It disappeared. I think even the universe doesn't want me to show this. Oh, wait, what happened to it? It just completely got obliterated. I think that might be the Holy Spirit telling me not to show it, but unfortunately I have a duty to this live stream, so we're gonna have to. Hold on. Manicotti. I wanted manicotti, but I compromised. Wait, let me show. What is manicotti? Oh, I see. Manicotti is a type of pasta in Italian American cuisine. Okay, phew. I thought it was gonna be something else, but it was something normal. Okay, good. It's like a wrapped up pasta thing. I wanted to F-word a woman, but I compromised. I J-word in a tissue instead. Okay, interesting. So, I suppose we can start off with the positives first. It's good that you learned to compromise. Compromise is a valuable skill in life. John, I assume your name is, from what you've typed. So, I mean, adaptability is a good skill to have, but I must say, grilled cheese off a radiator. Your choices with your compromisation could use a little bit of work, and my hand is turning backwards. You need better decision-making skills, because a radiator, that is not for food. That is not for cooking. That is for heating your house, I'm pretty sure. I actually don't have a radiator, but from what I've heard, that is what they're actually for. So for that, for the sin of using incorrect cooking utensils, 422 sin points. Alright, and for this next part, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for showing this. Probably not, right? But, okay, you know, whatever. We're here to be open about the sins of humanity, so that, like, includes the sin of lust, like we have discussed previously. So, yes, wanting to engage in extramarital, is that the right word? Extramarital activities, that is worth probably up to 470, I would say. And like I said, your compromise was good. The fact is that you resisted such a desire, and you use your tissue instead. I'm not going to take any sin points off for that, because it is still the sin of lust, but I'm acknowledging that you tried, and that's all that matters, really. So thank you for attempting to overcome your sinful nature, even if you ultimately failed in the end. Virtual Sin Beam. You followed my Twitch account? Oh, thank you. I don't really use my Twitch. I've probably used it maybe once in my entire life. But, who knows about the future. What is extramarital? Okay, like, hold on, let me see if I even use that right. I don't even know if I use that word correctly. Is that the right word? Extramarital meaning, especially of sexual relations occurring outside the marriage. An extramarital affair. Yes, I did use it correctly. Wait, actually I didn't, because I was attempting to say, like, when you're not married, not, like, when you're cheating or anything. I wasn't trying to allude to cheating. I was just trying to say, like, you know, like, before marriage and all that. Okay, so I did use that wrong. I don't think... Okay, using incorrect grammar is not a sin. So yes, technically it means when you're having an affair. Okay. On to the 11th confession. 11 out of 16. Okay. This is yet another anonymous user. Guys, like, if you don't, like, put your name, how is, like, God gonna know who to forgive and who to, like, receive it from? But you know what? It's okay, because it was already brave to be able to confess to your most deepest, darkest sins, such as this one right here, where this person seems to have sat on a thumbtack. Ouch. I sympathize. You know, I've never sat on a thumbtack before, but like, I stepped on a dead bee once, and it did sting me, even though it was dead, and I was barefoot, so like it really hurted. So I can sympathize with your pain, but I am not really sure if this qualifies as a sin. I'm gonna need some more context here, like, was it a complete accident? Did somebody plant the thumbtack there on purpose? Cause if so, then that would just be a sin on the other person who did that, not necessarily on you. That would just be like, you would be a victim of your circumstance if that were the case. But if you did something to like potentially deserve it or something, like, I don't know, maybe it was retaliation from that person, like, you're not giving the full story here. I don't really know who to trust or like what the situation is in order to be able to assign the appropriate amount of sin points. So the sin counter is gonna stay the same for now. And number what? What do you mean? So yeah, we're gonna need more details here before further determining anything. But yeah, thank you for confessing, I guess, just venting your pain to us, you know. Ow, oh my god, I hit my microphone. But yeah, we are all here for you. And I hope your, whatever part of you that was injured from such a traumatic incident, I hope it is healed. And I hope you've mentally healed, and that you're not traumatized for life because of this. Thumbtacks can be a useful tool sometimes, although I don't like using them because low-key they don't even like go into the wall very well. They're kind of useless. But whatever. Maybe the lesson to be learned here is just like stay away from thumbtacks. Like, they're not really needed. If you need something to go on the wall, just use like tape or something. Like, honestly. But yeah, we are on. That was the 11th one, Gabriel. And we're about to move on to the 12th. Dun, 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 dun. Let me screenshot this. Dun, bum, ba, bum. Okay, now this is the 12th. From yet another anonymous user. Gru's wife from Despicable Me 2 can get it. Okay, interesting. If you don't know who Gru's wife from Despicable Me 2 is, let me look that up for you. Her name is Lucy Wilde, like Nick Wilde from Zootopia. And she's also orange, like Nick Wilde. Or her name is Lucy, and she's a human, not a fox. So I'm gonna pull up a picture. So maybe it'll, like, provide some sort of insight. I'm not sure. I mean, this is sinful regardless of what she looks like, but... Okay, so this is the lovely lady that you say could allegedly get it. So like I said, this actually would be the correct definition of extramarital affairs if she were to quote unquote get it, because she is a married woman. I mean, you saw Despicable Me too, right? So you must have full knowledge that she is in fact with Gru. And so you knowingly going after a married woman is in fact a pretty egregious sin. So I would say that is up to like 500. And to top it all off, in the current present day, now that Despicable Me 3 has come out, it is revealed that she also has a child with Gru. So not only is it a married woman, but a married woman with like 4 kids, because like 3 of them are adopted, because she adopted them when she married Gru. And then she had one biological child with Gru as well. And he is pretty ugly, but that's besides the point. The point is that you knowingly, you must know that she's married with children. So that is an extra 20. 520 sin points. Now I suppose we could give the benefit of the doubt and say that you did just call her Gru's wife, but wait, I was about to say you might not know she was married, but you literally called her Gru's wife. So, okay, not only do you know she's Gru's wife, but you don't even, like, know her name. You're not even, like, humanizing her in that way. Like, she's, like, is the fact that she's Gru's wife part of the appeal to you? Because you don't even know her name. That's especially egregious to me. Oh my gosh, this might be one of the worst ones yet. That's a full 600 sin points. For Lucy Wilde, I'm sorry, Lucy Wilde, for what this individual has said about you. Oh yeah, and also experiencing any form of lust. Because that we all know that's like, you could just turn the lust button off, but you're like choosing not to. How could you? Okay. I'm gonna let Miss Wilde, or I suppose, wait. What is Gru's last name? Did she even take Gru's last name in marriage? I'm gonna look this up. What is Gru's last name? Gru? Wait, no. Gru last name. Oh! Right. Gru is his last name. Okay, it's not polite to laugh at people's names, their God-given names given to them by their parents. But I'm just gonna point out that his first name is Felonious. Like, because he was born to be a felon or something, I'm assuming. So his first name is Felonious, and his last name is Gru. So his name is Felonious Gru. And that, like, his brother's name is Drew. So his name is Drew Gru. I don't know why his mother had twins and decided to name them Drew and Felonious. And also, like, why does everybody in his life, including his family, call him by his last name? That, like, that doesn't even make sense. But yeah, it seems that besides all that, it seems that Miss Lucy Wilde decided not to, change her last name to Lucy Gru, which I understand why she would make that decision, even if it is traditional, because, like, if you call your husband Gru anyway, then, like, you wouldn't want to have that as your last name as well, because people would call you Mr. and Miss Gru. He acts like a Gru. You know, I didn't really think about Gru being, like, an emotion, but I kind of agree. But yes, I'll take her away from here for now. That's enough Despicable Me. Yeah, this Anon just started a whole deal of discovery, so thanks for that, question mark. I'm not exactly particularly grateful for it, though. Okay, next one. "13th confession. 13 reasons why? 13 confessions why?" Maybe I should have titled the stream that, but we do have more than 13 confessions, so it wouldn't actually make that much sense. But yeah. Alright, this next one is from someone named Meepits. Kind of like Muppet, but not quite. And it says, I once ate a penny. It was weird. Okay, that is certainly weird. But I'm not sure if it counts as a sin per se. I don't know. Is eating foreign objects a sin? I'm not sure if that counts. Like, again, it's weird, but not really a sin. You have 18 or 19? Did you send like 3 confessions? It says I have 18 currently. How many did you send? Okay, you don't need to confess your entire life story. Like, we were all born sinful. So, like, obviously, we each have more than one sin, but you're just supposed to confess, like, your like, worst one or whatever. Or the one that you, like, most need forgiven. You don't need to send every sin you've ever committed in your life. But again, eating a penny, maybe don't do that. I'm not really sure, like, how you're alive still. I mean, I guess people have survived eating much worse. But you could get many diseases, which is not really a sin, but you might go to hell anyway. Because, I don't know, God might view that as, like, foolishly risking your life. And not appreciating the life that he gave to you. So, yeah, just be careful about eating foreign objects, I would say. And we can move on from that and move on with our lives. I'm confessing. Okay, I'm glad that you're getting into the spirit of it, Gabriel. It's very good, very good. It's good to be be willing to open up, you know. Some people aren't so willing. Okay, next one. This is the... Which one is this? The 14th. Of course. Okay. This is from somebody named Concerned Citizen. That is a very strange name. But let's read your confession, Mr. or Miss Citizen. I am a citizen of Earth, who has recently... Well, yes, we are all citizens of Earth, of course. Who has recently been chosen to move to City 17. Never heard of it. One of the finest remaining urban centers. Not sure how true that is. Recently I've been watching Dr. Breen's video casts. Don't know who that is. Was interested in trying some of his private water reserve. His private water reserve? I don't know why you need the water reserve from a private citizen. Does your so-called City 17 not have fresh water or something, so you just have to rely on this one guy to provide water for everybody? I don't know. Let's keep reading. Which he highly recommended and advertised as having healing effects and life-altering benefits. Okay, well, I would be skeptical. And you're getting, like, 10 more sin points for being gullible. Gullibility. Yes. I acquired some of this water and drank it. However, I began to notice adverse effects almost immediately. Well, yes, of course. Like, duh. Most of my long-term memories became hazier. I forgot the name of my hometown. What? Oh, I guess your hometown is not, in fact, City 17. It says that you recently moved there. And also... Wait, hold on. Sorry. Somebody walked into my room and interrupted me quite rudely. But yes, I was gonna say, who exactly chose you to move. Like, I'm very confused about this scenario. You live in a very strange city. Like, what country is this in that, like, they have these sorts of customs? Like, I'm very not familiar with it at all. But yeah, let's see how this ends. Yes, the long-term memory loss. I forgot the name of my hometown, my high school suite in a heart, and my own parents' birthdays. I've never known my parents' birthdays, so there's that. I went to a civil protection officer to report my concerns, but he blew them off and said I should keep drinking that good serve to make my problems go away. Okay, well, that's even more gullible of you and just blindly listening to these people. I would add 10 more sin points. You're really not helping yourself. Is it the priest? What do you mean? I didn't choose nobody to move anywhere. I don't care where you live. Let's see. I trust in our benefactors in Dr. Breen for some reason, but should I be concerned? Yeah, probably. Also, my neighbors were being very loud in the apartment upstairs. So I smuggled in some head crabs to take care of them. Head crabs? That's my sin, save me color. What is a head crab? Head, like lice? You gave them lice? Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack here, and I've already calculated the sin points for most of it, but that is, okay, giving your neighbors lice is not an appropriate course of action, even if they were being loud. So that's gonna knock you up to about 690 sin points for that. Lice are very problematic medias. So it's what was I gonna say? It's very, very sinful indeed that you chose to take such a drastic course of action. And I think you should correct it as quickly as you can. So maybe your neighbors could help you out of your situation. It's pretty weird. Okay, my advice, move out of this so-called City 17 and just like move to like Las Vegas or something, because like you were gonna like you forgot the name of your hometown, which is unfortunate, but I mean, Las Vegas is pretty fun. Like there's like cool stuff and you can like gamble or something, and like you don't really necessarily need memories to enjoy things like gambling. So I suggest to move to Las Vegas, okay? Was it the priest who entered your room? No, it was my sister. Not like my nun like sister, but like my actual one. So yeah. And 6-9. My confession is I like 6-9. Okay, a number is not a proper confession. I don't really think that's very sinful. Although I do dislike math, so if I could make math a sin, I would. But let's see. What else is packed in here? You certainly sent a long one. And yeah, is there any like Yelp reviews that you could have read about this like City 17 or whatever? Because like, I mean, it's not a business, but like there's got to be some sort of like review website or something. But yeah, move to Vegas. That's all I've got to say. Yes, indeed, Gabriel. My actual one. Which I have 2 of, but only one lives with me. Unfortunately. I wish I lived alone, but whatevers. It would be great to have the Church of Color all to myself, but we can't always have what we want, and we practice humbleness and perseverance as virtues. They say my hunger's a problem. They worship patience a virtue. Anyways. Next one. Oh my god, not this person again. Okay, I know I didn't make any rules about the same person sending multiple confessions or anything, but... Oh well, tisk tisk. Some people just make me roll my eyes. Cat Green again. Okay. Alright, let's see what you gotta say this time. I just wanted to say I really like kissing guys and gals because they're so cute, but I know that lust is a sin, and I will go to hell. Well, you're right about that lust is a sin, and you will go to hell, probably before you die. So just for that, we're knocking it up to 700. And the fact that you kiss not only guys, but also gals, that is the sin of greed. So that's another sin. It's the greed that they talk about in the Bible. So, yeah. Even more, just for that. We're up to 740. Because of your greed. What else? I also don't like the father of the church. He's stinky. I could expose you so fast. But I'm not going to because, I have a kind and holy heart. But I'll grant mercy upon your soul, obviously. But just keep that in mind, that I could expose you so fast. Cat Green. And I'll just say that I am actually not stinky, and I actually put on deodorant every single day, so that's actually not true. For lying. Alright, what else you got? I also once called my dear friend Sleepy for the 124th time, and he got so sad at that. And he got sad at that, so I feel like I won't ever do that ever again. Well, I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't call somebody 124 times. That is kind of that's kind of bordering on obsessive stalking behavior. And it is actually illegal. And not only a sin, but it is just illegal. And Sleepy could, if he wanted to, file a restraining order for such a thing. So that is the sin of no personal space, which is 20 sin points. So yeah. Oosh, you're really racking that counter up all by yourself, aren't you, Cat Green? But yeah, we'll cast you away now. I don't want to see your name in here again, you hear me? No, 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 no. Okay. Next one. 16th. Pyong, pyong, pyong. Okay, this is by Gabriel, also apparently known as the Dark Revival. I didn't know that that was your, like, full name. But don't you meow at me, cat. Okay, no meowing in the Church of Color. You accept what you were told. But like I was gonna say, this is a unique opportunity because the person that is confessing is actually present currently. Well, I mean, I guess Cat Green is also present, but yeah, we don't talk about that one. And Gabriel's sin is, I have a sin to confirm. I dislike the term. It's a kid's movie. I believe it's just a crappy excuse for why an animated movie lacks any depth, character, or any personality besides safe. Well, that's certainly an opinion. I'm not sure that really counts as a sin, unless you're trying to say that, the phrase itself is a sin. Which, debatable. I suppose it could be a sin to dismiss, artistic merit. Yeah, I mean, I would say that that's a sin, but it's not really your sin. So like I said, technically you're not supposed to confess sins on behalf of somebody else, because like the whole point here is to confess your own sins, so you personally could be cleansed of them, because it's really easy to air out somebody else's business, but airing out your own business is what takes like actual strength. And as for the opinion itself, it's like, yeah, I agree. Children deserve good media. Nyan. So, but this is not really a sin, so I will not add any sin points for it. Okay. Next. Gabriel, did you send in? You sent in like 3. What the hell? You're monopolizing this. A confession of belief. A valid confession, but still not really a sin. Okay, we got Gabriel again, who sent in 3. So this is the second one that Gabriel sent. I'm a witch. You are now cursed after reading this. Okay. Now see, this actually does have some sins in it, because you are actually not a witch, and that is not true. So that's on lying is a sin, so whoops. 10 more sin points for lying about being a witch, which you are not. And the second sin here is another lie, saying that you are now cursed after reading this, which is not true, because I'm actually blessed and therefore immune to curses. So yeah, it's actually not true and not possible. So that's more sin points. And the third sin here, ow, my wrist hurts. Let me stretch my arm for a second. Ow, ow, ow. Cracking my knuckles. And the third sin here is playing with the idea of participating in witchcraft and black magic, which are pretty hefty sins. Even if you were lying about it, it is still, what is the word? Like, entertaining the idea of it is wrong. And it's a sin. So we're up to 900. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot. And now for the final sin, which is also another one of Gabriel's sins. 30 points. You got a lot more than that, bucko. And this is the last one for now. Gabriel's final sin. That sounds like it could be the name for a series. Or something. But yeah, and it says, my confession is Rick-rolling. You have been Rick-rolled. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and desert you. Now, you see, for those who are new to this concept, it's called a Rickroll, and it was basically a form of trolling. Now, nowadays people call it rage bait, but back in the day we called it trolling. And it is when you would send a video of this famous song by Rick Astley to, you would send the link to them and trick them with it. And they would call this getting Rickrolled for some reason. I never actually knew why they would do such a thing. But it's okay. So the sin here is that you're attempting to once again trick and bamboozle me, which is not. It is disrespectful. And so, while the song itself is not a sin, music is a wonderful thing, obviously. Attempting to trick me and bamboozle me and disrespect me with it is in fact a sin. So, yeah, that's gonna get you pretty friggin' high up. 2,000 sin points. I would say that was a pretty climactic ending. What do you think? And yeah, that is the end of our sins, unless somebody else wants to send any more. But Gabriel, don't send any more, because you have been cleansed here. Super cleansing. Okay, not just for Gabriel. Okay, let me move over 1 second. Not just for Gabriel, but for everybody who participated and who has ever sinned. Super virtual, super forgiveness, super sin, redemption, beam. Go. Okay, there you go. Now everybody in the whole wide world has just been cleansed of their sin. Okay, not in the whole wide world, but because there's some things that are unforgivable, like such as watching JJK. But most of the things has been forgiven. Yes, and you've been cleansed, Gabriel. So you can rejoice and be happy about that. Vampire? Who's a vampire? There's no vampires here. Nyam, nyam, nyam. And I guess now we could just chat about whatever we want. Let me see. Is there any other church organs? We've been playing the same video for a little while now. Classical organ music. Complete organ music. J.S. Bach. Volume 3. Epic. There we go. Oh, don't worry about it, Gabriel. Don't worry about it at all. Blah blah. Blah blah is what vampires do. I do not say blah blah blah. You know, I think more people than just vampires say that, but I think that's like an actual like conversation thing. But anyway. I'm gonna tweet and say confessions are finished. Just chatting now, :3. Yup. And I'll keep this Google form open for now, in case somebody else comes in and wants to send in anything. But overall, we could just talk about whatever we want right now. So, how's your guys' day? Oh yeah, I actually don't know what to actually do with all these sin points. I kind of just like gathered them for some reason. Maybe we can use it to power up some sort of superpower. I'm not sure what kind yet, but we can use the power of sin for the purpose of holiness. That would be pretty cool. I actually can't make like a praying hands or anything. My hands just like they like overlap each other. This is like the closest I can get to praying hands. I can't do it. It just looks like I'm making like an X with my hands. Like, no. No, I said no. Nyan. But I can do a peace sign though. That's pretty cool. peace sign. Even though my fingers are like breaking and going around every which way. I'm gonna have to leave in like an hour, so we can spend an hour just like talking about whatever. And maybe I'll get dressed. I'm dressed, by the way. I need outside clothes. Outside clothes. But like I was gonna say, my day was, I woke up at 1, and I had coffee, and I ate a slice of toast, and then I went on stream. How's the Discord? Oh boy, thanks for reminding me. It's the same as it was before. I haven't touched it. There's a general channel, and that's it. Let me take a look at my Discord, actually. Okay, let's see. So, I've called it Colors Labyrinth. Okay, let me, like, add some other channels, I guess. Okay, the thing is, I just low-key don't know, like, how many I should have. Yum, 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 yawn. Alright, so, I mean, I definitely want to have a... I want to have a going live channel. And a... like... Okay, let me just make a... going live channel. Text channels going live. How do I add like a section? Like a new... Oh, I see, wait. Yeesh. I really don't know. How many to add. Okay, so... general channel. Hold on. I'm trying to show my handsies. Okay. Right. General channel. Going live channel. Off-topic channel. Art channel. Lore channel. Social medias channel. And like all my links and stuff. What else? That's 6 so far. And it's just kind of a pain in the ass to like make them and like sort out all the permissions and all the there's probably going to be also like a welcome channel and like a roles channel, so that's like 8 so far. And I don't want to have like a lot, because there's probably not going to be that many people in there in the first place. So you have a welcoming video for the Discord? Okay, don't send Rickroll. For real. But yeah. And like all these servers have like rules and like, oh yeah, I do need a rules channel, so that's like 9. Rules, roles, welcome, stuff like that. And announcements, so like 10 channels so far. God damn it. Okay, let me just make all these, and then I'll sort out where they're supposed to go later. Okay, so, announcement. Oh my god, I can't spell. Why can't I spell? Alright, announcements. Going live, general, blah blah blah. And... off topic. And lore. And links. Yum yum. Right, and It's not Rickroll. What is it? Nonsense going live. Links. Lore. General off topic. And of course, rules. Rules. I've got no rules, I count 'em. I've got to tell them to myself. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on, bruh. Links. Doa. Okay. Then arts. Okay, no, I'm just gonna do color arts. For arts of... I'm just gonna, like, where I just put, like, all the fan art of myself and everything. Because I want to show it off. Because it's awesome. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, so I've officially made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 channels. What else? For the voice channels, I'll just have a, like, general and a collab channel. So, I could, like... Oh, wait, what the fuck? No. Stifu. Voice, yes, okay. So when I want to, like, collab with other VTubers, I can use that. I can use my own server. That would be pretty cool. And then... I'm gonna need to create roles. Which I have no freaking idea how to set up a role assigning bot. Or anything like that, so... I'm gonna have to figure that out. At some point. And... a welcome channel. I really... Okay, oh my gosh. I'm like... More and more I realize how, like, unpolished I am as a VTuber. And honestly, I'm so, like, I'm extremely unpolished in anything I do online. Like, how does everyone always have the most professional looking setups? And I have, like, no idea how to even begin acquiring that. Oh. And I should have a suggestions channel as well. That would be cool. So people could suggest games or stream ideas or anything like that. Or even, like, suggestions for the server or something. Links. Okay. What else? What I'm doing right now is I'm just creating the channels, but not doing anything special with them. And let's see. Pyam. Oh, I should make one for pictures and one for clips. Like clips that people make of me. If they want to. Nobody has before, but who knows. Create channel. Welcome. Son koto nai. No. Yada. Text channel. How do you add the, like... Oh, category. Add category. That's what I need. Create category. Okay. Private category. Nor. Eh? Oh, Why does this category that I created go to the bottom? Nande. The flip? Whatever. Never flipping mind. I'm delete category. See, this is why I've made no progress. I get too overwhelmed by the absolute most simple of things. Like, I usually just force Cat Green to do all of my technological stuff for me. Like, the fuck? But yeah, at the very least, I can create these channels. Right, and I was gonna make... Oh, credits. I should definitely add a credits channel. To credit everybody who works on my stuffs and has brought me to life. Credits. Hey, hi. And I was also gonna add... color art, color clips, and color pics. Yep. What else? What else? I don't really want to add a spam channel, because, like, I don't really want people to spam. But, and I know a spam channel is, like, kind of just whatever. It's not literally, like, spamming. But I added I added an off-topic channel, and there's also a general channel, so hopefully those can be used for when people want to talk about something that is not related to me. And I think that should be sufficient. Yawn. Okay, what else? Nyan. Okay, I'm trying to think of, like, other channels I might want or need. If any. But, whatever. Oh, should I add introductions? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Like, a lot of servers have an introductions channel, but for me personally, I never really liked filling out introductions, so I don't want to, like, force other people to do what I don't even like to do. So, like, I don't know. And I'm not going to add IRL or anything. Probably. Oh my god. Okay. I think I have enough channels for now. I do want to keep it pretty simple. But, okay. In the future, I'll figure out about roles and all that. Smog followed you. Is that you, Gabriel, or no? I am going to... alright. Decorate a little. Make it look not entirely bare bones. Even though it is. Edit category. Hey. Edit category. Escape. Escape. Create channel. No, not channel. I meant to do category. Wow, this is the most riveting stream content of all freaking time. I know. No, bruh. Stop it. Edit category. Yerp, yerp. And... yeah, why can't I make a new category anymore? Whoops. No, I don't want to create a channel. Ah, there we go. Create category. I like small streamers like you. Thank you, Nyan. Hopefully not small forever. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought up the Discord server, actually, because thanks to that, I've officially got it set up in the most bare bones way. So, like, we have the foundation laid now, which is good. And we'll figure out the rest later. So welcome, roles, credits, announcements, going live, links, lore, suggestions. Oh, whoops. Oh, and rules should be up here as well. Rules. And then there's general, off-topic, color art, color clips, color pics. Yep. And then there's a general voice channel and a collab voice channel. Hehe. And they're all lowercase for some reason. I didn't really think about that, but whatever. Alright. I'm just gonna invite Cat into it. Wait. How do I? Welcome. Oh, wait. Let me just invite Cat. Nobody else. Because I'm gonna force Cat to help me with it, of course. While I'm in Discord, let me check on my other notifications. Nyan. Invite you. I will invite you eventually. But I just don't have any, like, bots or moderation set up or anything, so I need to do that first. Bum. Pa-la, pum, pum, pum. Pa-la, pum, pa-la, pum. Nyan. I am hoping to open it up soon, though. So hopefully it'll be a little easier to, like, for people to know when I'm going live and stuff like that. And we can get a little community space going. Bam, 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 bam. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. If you're wondering why I just said that right now, it's because I was like, huh, my PC's fan is so freaking loud right now. And then I looked up and I saw that like my sister put one of her like freaking art projects on top of my fan. So yeah, my fan was blocked this entire freaking time, which isn't good. Sure hope that didn't affect anything too badly. I need to like tell her not to put stuff on top of there. Like, please. Whew. But okay, I think, now would be a good time to end off. I'm gonna have to go pretty soon anyway, and I don't really have anything else to say. Other than, I guess, like, well, this was a great stream, and I think it was successful and good and fun. And I officially have the Discord not complete, but it's on a roll now. And it is on course to be complete, which is what matters. And yeah, I don't know when my next stream will be, because I'm trying to do more streams now that I'm on break. But obviously I will for sure have one on Saturday, but which I don't really know what that will be. Because I think Kat is gonna be on vacation, question mark. So yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. Next Saturday for sure, maybe before then. We'll see about that. But yeah, bye-bye. I got nothing else to say. Bye-bye. I can actually wave bye-bye with the 3D, which is really cool. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Yeah. I don't know why the fuck I'm keep saying yeah. I'm not a freaking cat VTuber. But yeah, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.